So for today, we're going to be covering the Spire of the Watcher armor set. Now, I do have a review of this, an older one. I'm probably either going to delist that one or probably not do anything to it because it is pretty funny considering how vastly my editing style has changed from that to this. But yeah, we're going to be looking at how it looks, how it shaders, and my personal thoughts. My opinion is probably going to be very different from the, well, probably not that different, but it's probably going to differ from like pieces to pieces because like my opinion has slightly changed. I'm human. I don't have an eternal opinion. So it's going to be interesting to see this video and then go back to the older one and see like if my opinion still holds, or not opinion, but my taste still holds to how it was back then. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, before I show you the hunter, let me explain what we're going to be doing because these are some older sets that we're going to be covering, specifically the dungeon armor set. So if you guys don't know, the new Rite of the Nine event is available right now. It's pretty cool. The current dungeon that's available right now is Spire of the Watcher, hence why this armor set video is coming out hopefully by the end of today, if not tomorrow, which would be Thursday for y'all. Hopefully this video comes out really soon because I really do want to push this one out as fast as I can because I want to have the class specific videos done as well because that's going to be really interesting. But to start off, first and foremost is going to be Spire of the Watcher, which is why this video is out, and then either Prophecy or Ghost of the Deep. I will have that video out as well. That being said, I also did already get the Star Wars armor and the Stasis armor, and I still have to pre-order the game so I can get that other Star Wars armor. So yeah, I have a lot of videos to make, but I am really excited because that means I have actual content to go through and I have like actual videos to go through. So again, appreciate y'all liking and commenting and all that. Really does help. It really helps me, motivates me to like make more content for y'all. So without further ado, let's look at the hunter set. So here is the hunter set. Basically how to get this is drops from encounters in Spire of the Watcher dungeon, free during Rite of the Nine, which is actually valid. This dungeon is free right now during the event, which is really cool. But yeah, this armor, dog, let's talk about it. So I really love this armor set. The more I've used it over the years, the more I'm really appreciating how, not simplistic, but it's a cowboy set. You really don't have to overthink it. I think the cloak is going to be the best piece. Obviously, that's the hat. The helmet and the hat are actually different pieces. That's really cool. So you can put another helmet on if you want. Yeah, arms and boots I think are actually really cool. Now that I've used them a lot more, I appreciate them a lot more. I don't remember what I said in the original video, but I appreciate this armor a lot more now just because of how I've used it. And like the boots specifically, I think are amazing. The chest piece I still think is the worst piece. I'm just never been the biggest fan of it. That being said, I see more potential now because you can definitely do like a military look for the chest piece and that would be really cool. But yeah, I would say the chest piece is just like the weakest piece from this whole set, and then the helmet would be next. I like the helmet, but it's not as good as every other piece. So hunters, I definitely think you guys got some good pieces. As for how it shaders really decently. The only shader that is missing here would be super black, but I just decided I have masonry already, so that should be like sufficient enough for black. But for shadering, I don't see anything that's like super overtly annoying. It just shaders the way I expect it to shader, which is good enough for me because I really hate when the armor takes like really like off colors. So that's why I'm like, I see a lot of pieces that I'm personally really okay with. To be fair though, I feel like I really should start using better shaders. Not saying these shaders are bad by any means. It's just that I'm still like not, because I'm using the first four of my like favorited list, and a lot of these I'm like, I use them occasionally but not enough to be like, oh okay, I know where this is. Like I don't know enough about the shaders, so I guess that's more on me if anything else. As for the Titans, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the arms and the boots are the pieces where I'm like, I don't really care too much if I'm being quite honest. That being said, I think the boots are still pretty cool and the arms are still actually pretty cool. It's just more so like the other three pieces are just like above and beyond amazing that like the arms and the boots look boring in comparison. So for example, the hat I think is absolutely fucking cool. If I'm being honest, it's probably the coolest like helmet and hat piece, just because the hat looks really cool. You look like fucking some cowboy that's coming out of like a saloon after a shootout. Like, it looks cool. Or actually a sheriff, I would say, would probably fit the description a little bit better. The chest piece I think is a banger, especially when you combine it with the I forget what it's called, but it's the Gambit Apocalypse armor. When you combine it with the boots, it looks like it was made for each other, and I love doing that combo. It's such a good combo. And the mark, absolutely amazing. The mark is so cool, especially if you're going for a militaristic kind of look. It's gonna be such a banger with that. And yeah, it's easily my favorite set from all the classes, just because, I mean, to be fair, like the hunter set, again, really good pieces. It's just that the titan set pieces are just like, there is really no bad piece. The arms, what I could argue is the bad piece, but I still see potential in the arms. Like, I can still use those. For the hunters, the chest piece is really the bad one. Like, and I can't really defend it. It just looks really dumb. That being said, again, if you like lean into like the militaristic, like old, like fucking Civil War era type of shit, then I can definitely see the vision. But Titans, I don't have to do that. I don't have to like look at the vision. Like, it shit's already look cool. So shader wise, we're gonna be talking about, or I'll just showcase the shaders while I talk about this a little bit more, because again, I'm gonna be gushing. I love this one. The only thing I'm not a really big fan of the arms is the Tex Mechanica symbols, and I do wish like maybe if there was like a bullet belt on the shoulder pad, or like maybe some shotgun shells, or you know what's crazy is I don't think anyone got a like revolver like a holster. I don't think anyone got a holster, which is fucking crazy because it's a cowboy set. It's really weird too, because like I do think the Titan set is the best one. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, the chaps I think are really cool, which is the boots. Chest piece I think is beautiful, especially when you combine it with the Gambit boots, the Apocalypse, whatever it's called. That one looks so good with it. Helmet, amazing. Arms, I think, are the only weak piece, and honestly, that's really all I have to say about that. And then last but not least, we have Warlocks. I am going to be honest with you guys. I think this is the worst piece, or set, I should say, because there's a lot of pieces here where I'm just like, man, like, you guys tried. Like, you guys ended up trying, and I appreciate that, but it's not that great, which is crazy to me because I can already think of one thing they could have done that would have been amazing. First, let's talk about the pieces, then I'll talk about what they could have done, which would have blown my mind. So, helmet, I think, is bad. I've never been a big fan of it, because the other two hats that the Titans and Hunters got look amazing, very cowboy-esque. And I don't know why I thought about this, and I think I mentioned it in the old review video. But the helmet reminds me of like an episode from SpongeBob where Patrick was Pinhead Larry, and I don't know why, but that has never like escaped my head. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely done some cool cowboy sets with the hat, but it definitely feels like a sidekick's hat instead of like the main character type of shit, which is very unfortunate because honestly, I said I was going to talk about it after all the pieces, but I'm gonna talk about it now. If they really wanted to fucking wow me, they would have made the hat like go a little bit down, so that way it looks like you're looking down, and then the robe on the right side would have actually been what's it called, a holster would have been on the right side, and then the robe would have been behind the robe, so that way it looks like you're about to draw. That would have been the easiest dub ever, bro. But instead, we got a really boring robe, in my opinion. I'm not like saying it's bad, it's really not bad, it's just the missed opportunity of having the revolver right there, and then the robes being behind it, kind of looking like you're about to draw, and like a duel almost. That's such a missed opportunity, because that would have made this set a lot better. And if again, at this point I'm just designing a new armor set, but the chaps on the Warlocks would have been way better if it was just like really big, like a big design on the right leg. On the left side it could have still been chaps, but like maybe on the right side you have like a bullet belt, or maybe some like like an animal pelt, not like an animal pelt, but like a foxtail or something like along those lines. Like they could have gone all out with the cowboy theme, but it looks very generic. Like the boots and the helmet are the only piece that makes me think of cowboy, because the chest piece, again, the revolver set with the thing behind it would have been perfect, and I would have been like, that's a cowboy set. That would have been cool. Arms, not the biggest fan either, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It just doesn't scream cowboy to me. And then the bond, we can just ignore the bond. Come on, let's be real. Warlocks, come on, let's be real. So hopefully I've been showcasing the shaders, because I really don't have anything to talk about shader wise. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's definitely not the worst thing in the world. It's just, I don't really care for it. And to be honest, there's really nothing to talk about. It shaders the way it shaders for every other class. So there is no off colors that I'm noticing, but that's a good thing in my opinion. So yeah, what do I think about the armor? Hunters, I think you guys got some really good pieces. I think the arms and the boots are really cool. To be fair, they are asymmetrical. So for those of you who hate that, it is what it is. We're a hunter, that's how we do. Titans, no asymmetrical pieces, aside from obviously the chest piece and the mark, but those two are usually like that. Well, I shouldn't say usually for the chest piece, but usually there's some asymmetry there. But it looks really cool. There is really no bad piece in my opinion. And then Warlocks, yours doesn't look bad. It's much more of a missed opportunity type of situation, because again, I don't want to mention it again because I mentioned it 3 times, but having a revolver there with the robes being behind it would have been such a cool like homage to actual cowboy stuff. The chaps being kind of boring, yeah, that's to be expected. Yeah, honestly, like when I first saw the armor, I was surprised, but also like, yeah, this is Warlocks. Warlocks usually get dicked when the armor comes out, because I don't know who's designing the armor, but like Warlocks usually get really bad pieces, which is very unfortunate. But let me know what you guys think about the armor. Let me know what you guys think about Rite of the Nine. I think it's really cool. That being said, I don't know if I give a shit about the weapons this time around, just because yeah, they're kind of like very niche. Don't get me wrong, I've got some pretty good god rolls, but at the same time, do I really give that shit? I don't think I really give a shit, if I'm being quite honest. So yeah, this video should be coming out either by today, which is Wednesday for me, which would be wild, or tomorrow, which would be Thursday. So I'm most likely going to try to push it for today. I'm going to try to edit it as fast as I can, but if not, I'll most likely have it on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'll have the class specific videos, which I'm going to be doing those videos right now as well. So most likely Thursday will be the video, or will be the day this video comes out, which I just at least want this video to come out so that way you guys can see the review, and then we can do the class specific videos whenever I can. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming to this point. Remember, I will be working a lot this I guess this month, because we have so much armor that's coming out that I'm gonna have to be posting a bunch. Like I said, we're doing the cowboy set, which we already did, the Ghost of the Deep video, the prophecy armor, which is gonna be rough because I think that shit is trash, which is already like what, for 12 videos right there then and there. And then we're gonna do probably the Star Wars armor set, just because I'd rather have fun, because the stasis set is absolutely terrible. And then after that, we'll probably do the new Star Wars armor. That's gonna be a lot of fun, because I think a lot of that armor is really cool. Aside from Warlocks, you guys, that set looks pretty boring. But Hunters and Titans, y'all got some good pieces. And from there, I'll probably sprinkle in some other things, because there are things I actually want to talk about within my channel, specifically because I am like a majority of a Destiny content creator. So first and foremost, marathon thoughts. I want to talk about marathon because I want to explain why I'm not going to be playing it. We're going to be doing the playlist shaders, which I still need to get the other playlist shaders aside from Crucible. Iron Banner shader, that's the one I really want because it looks good. We're going to be going through the season pass shaders plus the season pass helmet, which I still haven't gotten. And then if the Trials of Osiris changes were good. And then actually, yeah, that's it. We'll probably do some other things here and there, but that's like the main focus that I want to do. I want to really talk about, well, it's more of just talk shit about Marathon, because I don't trust Bungie. But that's neither here nor there. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming to this point. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, be safe. I'll see you guys later.